Uh, hi, hi, Moilings. Um, I'm taking over instead of Cutie Blood, and the reason why is I'd like to point out something that the right likes to do, and it's called they can't fucking debate to save their own lives. Hang on, let me. I have something screenshotted. I'm genuinely fried. This was in response to a comment about how animals can't be queer. I provided evidence of homosexual behavior found in numerous different types of animals. If spreading absolute bullshit on YouTube Shorts is your power, what are you without it? I'm sorry, is your only rebuttal the fact that I'm a YouTube Shorts creator? Is that it? Like, can we please stop using ad hominems and actually provide evidence to go against my claim? And to go against my evidence, please? My response is, and if being a moron with no contrary evidence to my arguments your power, then what are you without it? Because obviously, if you can't fucking debate and only rely on ad hominems, then clearly you're not intelligent, and you do not earn the nickname Socrates because you're not fucking smart at all. Ah, yes. The classic homophobic, because young kids don't have to be labeled. Motherfucker, I've been queer since I was 4. Not only from my own anecdotal experience, but from the anecdotal experience of every single person who was queer as a child. They have been queer since they were in their early childhood. And guess what? Me living in a psychotically conservative household that would rather I kill myself than let me learn about being queer, it did not work. It did not prevent me from knowing that I was queer. I had been bisexual since I was 4, and I had been trans / experiencing gender dysphoria since I was in elementary school. Ah, yes. The argument from even kids from 6 to 8 or from 8 to 12 shouldn't be labeled at all. And I mean, in my country, they teach more about Christ since 80% of the people are Orthodox Christian. And even there was an LGBT festival in 2022, but a large group of monks came with flags of Jesus after seeing it, and it's not allowed to be taught in countries like Greece or Romania or Slovakia but in Poland you would be dead, well, not killed, but Poles just don't like it at all since in 2016 Jesus became the king of Poland, not pressing religion, but I just don't like it. It feels like it shouldn't be taught in schools. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Because my beliefs should be taught worldwide, but not yours. Rules for thee, but not for me. Shut the fuck up, bro. Seriously, your entire argument is my beliefs should be taught because I believe in them, but yours shouldn't be taught because I don't. Motherfucker, if there was actual merit to conservatism, like if your beliefs actually had merit, then I would believe in them. But because there is absolutely no evidence for them being effective in the slightest in helping people, I don't. Because I believe they're fucking stupid. And the last but not least, well, actually, last and least, the right complaining about the left not wanting them. The left's not loving, they don't love us. When you literally advocate for genocide. You support Trump, bro. If you support Donald J. Trump, then we don't fucking like you because you support a genocidal fucking pedophile rapist. Yeah, obviously we don't like you because you're a rapist defender. You're a Nazi apologist. We don't like you, obviously, because we have morals. Anyway, this is the last of the screenshots I have for now, but seriously, the right seriously can't debate. The right needs to learn to debate. It's fucking hilarious that they can't. It's so funny that the right can't debate. It's actually low-key. It would be frying me harder if it wasn't so frustrating. And don't get me wrong, I do like having and engaging in dialogue with people whose opinions differ from mine, but if your only argument is, wow, 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 insert ad homonym here, wow, wow, then I genuinely cannot argue in good faith, because you're just pulling out, like, because your evidence and contrary claims, you're pulling them out of your ass. At least I actually have evidence. I have anecdotal evidence, statistical evidence, and numerous other kinds. I can argue like an intelligent person. I just stop arguing like an intelligent person, stop taking a discussion seriously when I realize that you're too stupid to testify in court, because it's just not worth my time and I feel like trolling because it's funny. Honestly, I do shit for the funnies when I realize that I can't actually like engage in dialogue with someone. It's been too long. Hang on. Found it. Found some screenshots of a motherfucker who actually tried to argue and actually tried to claim that socially transitioning is irreversible. That cutting your hair, changing your wardrobe, and using different pronouns is permanent. My brother in Christ. It's not. There's a reason it's called social transitioning instead of medical transitioning, because it's how you view yourself socially, and that can change. I have socially transitioned like 3 fucking times alone because of my pronoun changes. I used to be she, her, then I went she, they, then I went they, them, then I went he, they, and then I went every single pronoun under the sun except for she, her. My brother in Christ. There's the right genuinely can't fucking debate. And this is an old screenshot, yeah, but like seriously. Oh, yeah, I honestly should probably just provide all of the screenshots at this point. This motherfucker is genuinely stupid. Because guess what? As a trans person who grew up in a psychotically conservative household and a psychotically conservative church, you may need to pause to read this, but as someone who grew up in that environment, I still ended up being queer as a small child. Because guess fucking what? There is no minimum age requirement for being queer. You just figure it out when you figure it out. Because that's how being queer actually works. Not, oh, you're too young to be queer, you're a toddler. Yeah. I found women attractive when I was 4. Do you genuinely think that, like, do you genuinely think that not a single soul could possibly be attracted to the same gender when you push heterosexual bullshit onto toddlers every single fucking day? Seriously, the sheer amount of straight agenda that is pushed onto children is insane. Honestly, if we really wanted to be concerned about pushing, sexuality onto kids, we should be concerned about the straights, because the sheer amount of straight bullshit that I have seen regarding sexualizing children, especially put on onesies, it needs to stop. I agree with the whole let's not push sexuality onto children thing, but homophobes only use it when regarding acknowledging that queer people exist. Even genderqueer people, which, by the way, gender does not equal sexuality. There are trans people who are completely asexual, and then there are trans people who are pansexual, like myself. There's cisgendered people who are asexual. There's cisgendered people who are pansexual. There's agendered people that are asexual, and there's agendered people that are pansexual, and everything in between, because gender has nothing to do with your sexuality. Gender is not inherently sexual. And neither is romantic orientation. It's just that because of how fetishized being queer is, homophobes just well, actually, I'm pretty sure homophobes are secretly chasers with how much they sexualize queer people. I'm gonna be fully honest. Because I guarantee you, having been queer from a very young age, no amount of a lack of education is gonna stop queer kids from being queer. No amount of homophobia, no amount of death threats, no amount of you're gonna burn in hell for being queer, no amount of that is gonna stop us from being queer. Seriously. It's not gonna happen. You might as well just teach queer kids that it is okay to be queer instead of going, well, you're too young to be queer. I'm not like homophobic or anything, because yes, you are. You are homophobic. If you're like, well, you're too young to be queer, because queerness doesn't have an age limit. It just doesn't. And seriously, the right genuinely can't fucking debate. If you can pull anything except for ad hominems, if you can actually engage in a discussion that isn't disingenuous as fuck, I would be willing to engage in conversation and open dialogue. But the second I find out that the only thing you're gonna do is busting out ad hominems or just overall being a fucking dingus, guess who's not gonna take you seriously? This guy. I will start trolling the shit out of you because it's funny. Because guess what? I don't believe that, I don't believe that shit ass debating skills should be rewarded. Because let's be real, if you wanted to debate intelligently, you probably would. I'm just giving back what you're putting in. Anywho, I'm probably gonna pass the phone back to Cutie Blood. Because I probably should. I don't know. The video seems long enough. Anywho, we're not dead.